5 things we learned from our first trip to Fort Lauderdale cruise port. We were newbies to Fort Lauderdale, sailing with Holland America, and wanted to share our experience to make your trip a little easier. I'm Troy, and this is the Port Lowdown. But first, let's get oriented. Port Everglades is a shared facility with heavy industry, particularly oil, so its 8 terminals are spread across. It's huge. On the north end, as of 2024, via 17th Street and Eisenhower, there's terminals 2 and 4. And to the south, off of 595 East at the Port Everglades Expressway near the airport, are terminals 18, 19, 21, 25, 26, and 29. There's also a midpoint entrance off of US 1, State Road 84. On this first trip, we sailed from Terminal 26 with Holland America. So here's 5 things we learned. Number 1, you need wheels. Everything is close. Fort Lauderdale Airport is only 3 miles from the port. 17th Street is close to the north side port entrance, but it doesn't mean walkable. I naively thought, looking at the map, that Fort Lauderdale was compact. In fact, it's big and spread out over very long avenues and industrial sections. Taxi, rideshare, shuttle, car rental, your own car, whatever. It's all designed with cars in mind. And while you can technically walk to terminals 2 and 4 from 17th Street via a narrow sidewalk, it doesn't look welcoming. We opted to rent a car since we were staying an extra day and wanted easy access around the area. From the airport terminal, it's an easy walk to the huge car rental building, where the checkout process is pretty seamless. In fact, when we returned our car at Hertz, we were offered a ride to the port in the same car. So how does this...
Go back in this car?
Yeah, I'm gonna drive you over in this car. Which ship you going to?
Holland America.
Okay, come on.
How much?
Whatever you give me, baby. Ain't no whatever you give me.
Oh.
I work for her.
It's a service provided if they're not busy, so don't count on it. But it doesn't hurt to ask. Either way, it's an easy walk to the taxi or rideshare areas. Number 2, stay at least an extra day before or after. It's worth it. Since things are relatively close to each other, it's tempting to fly in on embarkation day. We didn't know much about the area and just assumed beach and bars, that's it. But we decided to stay an extra day before, and we were boiled over by Fort Lauderdale. The canals are exciting to take in, especially along Hugh Birch State Park, which is itself amazing and inexpensive. Las Olas Beach is long and lovely. The food scene, from Cuban to Colombian, is awesome. So that's like a stew.
Yes, with banana and sausage. Oh my god. This is good.
And that was just one day. We just touched on a slight bit of what the area has to offer. And Miami is only a 30-minute drive south. This is why renting a car matters.
My wife's going 5 miles an hour. This is what's called the trail mosey.
Any cruise here should really involve Fort Lauderdale as an extended port of call. Number 3, hotels and parking abound, but do your homework. Let's take parking. There's lots at the port itself on a first-come, first-served basis. The Heron parking structure for terminals 2 and 4. Open parking lot C serves terminal 18. And the Palm structure and open lots A and B serve the others. However, you can't reserve ahead of time and there's no prepay. Or you could reserve parking at the many independent lots like Park by the Ports, Tropical Airport Parking, and Self Park FFL. They offer competitive rates, but some charge different rates for covered versus uncovered spots. Some don't take RVs. And you'll need to get a shuttle to the port entrance, adding extra time. But Park and Go has monkeys. No, seriously, it's on Google. Or you could stay at a hotel that offers long-term parking, but your roommate may jump higher as a result, or it's tagged on as an extra fee. Plus, some may or may not offer a shuttle to the port. Hotels also vary. Want to stay near the North Harbor on 17th Street with all the hotels and shopping? You pay more, especially during peak season. Like, way more. Alternatively, hotels in other areas are more reasonable and still fairly close. Here comes our rental car to the rescue again. We were able to drive to Plantation, about a 15-minute drive from the airport, and stay for cheaper. A quick hotel search shows tons of hotels all over the place. Number 4, security at the port is tight. Since we're talking mixed use and heavy industry in a gigantic port area, you just can't waltz in and check it out. Oh no, here's the drill. At the entrances, you'll be stopped at the gate and officers will ask for your boarding pass and ID. Because of this, anticipate delays at the gates, especially when lots of ships are in port. Now that said, everything is designed for fast processing once you're in. Lots and lots and lots of staff are there to whisk you to your ship in the most efficient manner. Same goes for disembarkation. There's plenty of signs to guide you, be it taxi, rideshare, or personal pickup. Now, it's big and slick inside. We got the Terminal 26 for Holland America. Lots of seating, clean bathrooms with baby changing stations, free Wi-Fi, stuffed marlin on the wall to remind you you're in Florida. We were called in groups, which appeared to be assigned on a first-come basis. So I guess it pays to be early regardless of your assignment time. By the way, if you're finding this video useful, hit us up with a like. And consider subscribing. We put out videos every week. Also check us out on our social. Your support means the world to us. Thank you so much. And finally, you can fly to Miami to get to Fort Lauderdale. Say you need to land in Miami instead of Fort Lauderdale for your Port Everglades cruise. Not ideal, but it's an option. You could take a taxi or Uber for about $70 to $100. There's the new Brightline rail service, but there's no stations actually at either airport. Or you can take the local commuter train, Tri-Rail, which actually has a station at Miami Airport and can connect you to the Fort Lauderdale area, where you'll still need a taxi or rideshare, just a shorter one. Here's how it works. Get off the plane in Miami and head to the connected rail station, where you can buy a ticket at the kiosk.
One-way ticket. Let's see, one-way ticket. Oh, okay. Press 2, select destination. Fort Lauderdale Beach. Oh, okay. Cool.
Take the elevator down to the northbound track and get on your train, which has luggage racks. You get off about 40 to 45 minutes later at the Fort Lauderdale Airport station. It's not actually at the airport, but it's next to. From there, you can taxi or rideshare to a hotel or the port. There's also count them, 3 Marriott hotels within walking distance. Now, we are booked to come back to Fort Lauderdale for more cruises this year, so leave a comment about what we should focus on next. And as always, thanks for watching. See you at the next port.